FCA has said that providing fair value is central to a firm's purpose, culture and actions. But could you clarify what is meant by the term fair value and why it is so important?
Thank you, Catherine, and thank you again for inviting me along for what I'm sure will be an excellent discussion. I think it's, as you say, it's a really good opportunity for us just to pause and reflect on what fair value is, and just make sure we all kind of have a shared understanding of the definition. I mean, value is straightforwardly just what we get when we buy a product or a service. It's the value to you or me as a consumer from buying something. And fair value is quite simply that the value that we get should be fair, but obviously that doesn't take you very far. So when you start to unpack that a little bit more, I think it's useful to think about value as being that I as a consumer should get some reasonable value, something that's worthwhile to me relative to the price and the cost that I pay for it. And of course I want to make sure that I'm getting fair value, and that means that also as a consumer, I shouldn't be unduly disadvantaged relative to other people. So there's quite a lot of different dimensions to thinking about fair value, I think. And you can sum it up quite simply as the idea of fair value being the overall benefit that I as a consumer get from buying a product or a service relative to the total cost that I'm incurring. And when you start to think about it that way, I think you can start to think about the different dimensions of what comes into fair value. So if I pull out just a couple of those, if we think about what we expect of firms when they're delivering fair value to their consumers, we think about that in a number of different ways. We think about that as providing products and services that are firstly of a suitable quality and price. That's obviously crucial and really important. But we also expect that consumers should be able to have the information that they need in order to make good decisions about what products is best suited for their needs. And those consumers, you and I, should be able to act upon the information that we've got, so that the decisions we make when we're buying products and services are really well informed and well grounded in an understanding of what we're buying. And of course, at all times, consumers should be confident that they're going to get fair value from the products that they buy. So I think, as you go through that thought process of starting to unpack it, I think you can identify 4 key elements that are really crucial to delivering fair value. I think you can think about, consumers needing to be able to make informed choices and being confident that they're getting appropriate quality and service for the price that they're paying. I think you can also think about it being important that consumers aren't exploited, that consumers shouldn't be targeted with poor value products and services. And then I think there's also an important sort of digital and competition angle to this as well. So with increased digitization in all of the sectors that we at the FCA regulate, but particularly important in insurance markets, the drive of digitization can play a really important role in ensuring that we can harness that technology and make sure that we can help to deliver fair outcomes for consumers and really turn that to a positive part of what we can do. And then finally, as you say, there's providing fair value, which should be central, I think, to firms' purpose, culture and actions.